Today we're going to talk about how evolution is different when comparing Pokemon and real-life animals. Then we can dive into natural selection in both of these worlds. We've been there. Evolving Pokemon is awesome. For Pokemon, it's an extreme change within just a few seconds, sometimes getting hundreds of kilograms, growing meters, changing types, and they can even grow extra arms or wings. In real life, it's not quite so exciting. The closest thing we have is metamorphosis of things like tadpoles and butterflies. That's definitely fun to watch, but it takes a lot more time, and we don't get to battle them afterwards. It can be confusing growing up thinking that things should evolve instantaneously like in Pokemon. In real life, animals can take hundreds or thousands of years and many generations for changes to take place. Animals do not evolve in their lifetime. Evolution is the buildup of many small changes taking place over thousands of years. The process by which these small changes take place is called natural selection, and Pokemon is a great example of how natural selection can take place. It's nearly the same in both the Pokemon world and the real world. Animals within the same species are born with variations, some big, small, big teeth, small teeth, colored hair, and the list can go on. Depending on the environment, the ones with certain features will survive and have the most babies. This leads to animals often having adapted features that suit them very well. This is called natural selection. Sometimes animals might be introduced into a new environment, and environmental pressures will cause them to naturally select different features than they already have. This is exactly what happens in Pokemon. In the new Pokemon, there are 4 natural islands called the Alola region. These islands have been shut off from the rest of the world. And we know Vulpix exists as a fire Pokemon in other areas of Pokemon, but because some Vulpix got separated in the Alola region, they had to adapt. Through a few generations of Vulpix, the white patch on their belly got bigger and bigger, and their fur thicker, and eventually, after a ton of time, they turned pure white. It's not a perfect example, but it is natural selection in a nutshell. Alola forms are not a new species, though, because they can breed with their fellow non-Alola variants. In fact, Pokemon did something kind of silly. Breeding 2 regular Vulpix can somehow hatch an Alola region Vulpix. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But if you enjoyed comparing Pokemon to real life, make sure you press that like button and have a super duper delicious day.